We did a study with the Cancer Prevention Study 2, which has about 75,000 women in it. And what we found was a few interesting things. There's about a 10% higher risk if you sit more during your leisure time than less. And we're talking about 6 hours versus about 3 hours a day in your leisure time of sitting. But we also found some interesting findings with physical activity. You reduce your risk by about a quarter if you're regularly physically active. And just by walking alone, you lower your risk by about 14%. Today, we sit so much more than we have in the past, and there are a few different reasons for that. One of the things that we commonly think about is how much time we spend sitting at our computer, whether at work or even at home. There's more time spent watching television, playing computer or video games, but also we're more dependent on our cars today than we used to be. All of these things collectively have increased the time we spend sitting. To meet the physical activity guidelines by the American Cancer Society, you want to do two things. You want to try to reach 150 minutes of moderate intensity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity activity per week, preferably spread out throughout the week. And you want to limit your time spent sitting whenever possible. There's so many easy ways to get to be more physically active today. Think about parking farther away from the store entrance, taking the stairs instead of an elevator, or even standing up and doing stretches while you are watching your favorite TV show. Any movement's better than no movement. One of the most important things for breast cancer is for women to maintain a healthy body weight throughout life. And what that means is trying to keep your BMI below 25. And for reference, if you're a woman who's 5'4", that's trying to maintain a weight under 145 pounds. The more you gain weight throughout adulthood, the higher your risk of breast cancer goes up. Simply going out for a walk every day will be tremendously beneficial to your breast cancer risk. So you can start by grabbing a friend and going out to your local Making Strides Against Breast Cancer event in October and get started with that physical activity.
There are many things that women can do throughout their life to help lower their risk of breast cancer. Women in their 30s and 40s tend to become concerned about their risk of breast cancer, but there's actually many things that women can do at a younger age to help lower their risk. So we know that factors like alcohol intake and cigarette smoking and diet early in life can have an effect on a woman's risk of breast cancer later in life. So now that women are and these factors can play a very important role if they occur before a woman has her first birth. So because women are now delaying having their first birth, that it's important that women consider their risk of breast cancer throughout life and to not smoke, eat a healthy diet that is high in plant-based foods, particularly fruits and vegetables, and also if they drink, to limit their intake. But we're continuing to do research in this area at the American Cancer Society through our Cancer Prevention Study 3. And women who are interested in finding out more about healthy lifestyle factors, as well as the Cancer Prevention Study 3, can visit our website at cancer.org. So celebrities like Angelina Jolie and others have really brought breast cancer and genetics into the forefront of the media. However, it's important to remember that only 10% of women who are diagnosed with breast cancer have a family history of breast cancer. So the vast majority of people have no family history of breast cancer. Family history of breast cancer means that a woman has in her family maybe a father or a brother who had been diagnosed with breast cancer, or a mother or sister or daughter who had been diagnosed with breast or ovarian cancer. And so women who might have members of their family previously diagnosed with breast cancer, particularly if they had been diagnosed at an early age, should talk to their physicians about potentially seeking genetic counseling. And more information can be found on cancer.org. So the vast majority of women who are diagnosed with breast cancer have no family history of breast cancer. So that tells us that there are many active things that women can do to help lower their risk of breast cancer. So the American Cancer Society suggests that women exercise. Even walking an hour a day is beneficial, maintaining a healthy body weight throughout life. And eating a diet that has a lot of plant-based foods, including fruits and vegetables, as well as, if they drink, to limiting their intake of alcohol. So much of the messaging around breast cancer is around female breast cancer, but we know that men can also get breast cancer. The American Cancer Society predicts that about 2,350 men will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year. And while we know that genetics plays a large role in this, the American Cancer Society is also looking at other factors that might be playing a role in breast cancer. More information can be found on cancer.org. If someone is concerned about their family history of cancer, and they are concerned about maybe they need to be seeking genetic testing, they should first go to see a genetic counselor. A genetic counselor is important in this process to helping understand a person's family history of cancer, and if genetic testing is appropriate for that person, a genetic counselor is going to be key to helping them to interpret their genetic findings and whether they need to be seeking additional screening or different treatments to help lower their risk of cancer. And more information can be found at cancer.org.
Hi, I'm Colleen Doyle with the American Cancer Society, here with some quick and easy tips to help you reduce your risk of cancer each and every day. For the 80% of us in this country who don't smoke, eating well, being active, and watching our weight are the most important things we can do to reduce our risk of cancer. So first and foremost, thinking about weight control, I think about portion sizes. At my house, these are my dinner plates. They're enormous. To help us control portions, we eat dinner off of our salad plates. And it's also important to think about what you eat in addition to how much you eat. Certainly at the American Cancer Society, we encourage people to eat lots of fruits and vegetables, lots of colorful fruits and vegetables, red peppers, ruby red grapefruits, watermelon, butternut squash, carrots, lettuce. Very important to help reduce your risk of cancer. And I have a really simple recipe right here that is easy to do, delicious. Frozen raspberries, frozen peaches, and some just plain yogurt all add up to a really delicious way to get more fruits into your day. So, easy to do and real delicious. For this recipe, go to cancer.org. You'll also find all kinds of good practical information to help you reduce your risk of cancer each and every day.